This is Tanks Vlog, April 2nd, 2019. Wrapping up today in sports. Season's not even a full week old, and the Yankees, oh, the Yankees, they're looking like a medical center. Is it me, or did Ray Ramirez become the Yankees trainer? Two more players joined the injured list. It's no longer the disabled list, because we got now politically correct injured list, because disabled list might sound like it's bad for the handicap or something. I don't know. It's dumb. It's semantics. I mean, IL is IL. The IL is the International League. The DL. It's just what everyone's always said. The DL. The DL. Now the DL is gone because. Well, anyway, it's now Giancarlo Stanton, Miguel Andujar, who might be out for the season with a torn labrum. And Stanton has a bicep injury, and those could linger. And they've already lost so many players so far this year, the Yankees. I mean, they knew they were going to be without Didi Gregorius for a while. They knew they were going to be out with Jordan Montgomery for a while. CC Sabathia is still recovering from off-season heart surgery. Jacoby Ellsbury, is he still on the roster? I mean, you want to talk about highway robbery. I mean, he's like the... Jacoby Ellsbury is like that guy that scams the insurance companies. Says he's hurt. And yet he goes bowling, dancing, and is doing jumping jacks. All while claiming that he has a hurt back. We have Luis Severino out, Dylan Betances out, Aaron Hicks. I mean, yeesh, a lesser team would be devastated, but the Yankees have a deep roster, so they could withstand this, but I don't know how much more they can withstand. They were able to get the win on Monday after losing 2 out of 3 embarrassingly at home to the pathetic Orioles. They were able to beat the Tigers 3-1. Meanwhile, the Mets, wrapping up their first road trip of the season, went down to Miami. And boy, isn't it nice to see the changes at Marlins Park. Now, the uniforms still suck, but they're better than they were last year. I mean, the Marlins uniforms last year were an eyesore. Now they're still an eyesore, but not as bad as an eyesore. And the lime green walls are gone, and that blasted home run structure is gone. The pachinko machine, gone. So I can no longer call Marlins Park the eyesore by the shore. Nice blue walls, just a better look. Doesn't distract. In fact, when it frames the downtown Miami, it actually looks like a nice ballpark now. And the Mets kept rallying. They fell behind early, but they rallied. And Pete Alonso getting his first Major League homer, 3-run homer to give him some cushion in the ninth. Of course, Edwin Diaz, who had a loaded bases, but was able to strike out the side, and there wasn't a save situation, so Jerry Familia got the win. Steve Matz deserved better. Mets made 2 errors. J.D. Davis, stop it with the lollipop throws, man. Stop it with the lollipop throws. I mean, geez, you're going to get somebody killed out there with those lollipop throws. The lollipop, the lollipop, the lollipop. And one player I've always been critical of has impressed me so far this year, and that's Dominic Smith. I mean, twice now he's started rallies in the ninth inning. The one to tack on runs on opening day. Today, he scores the go-ahead run, hustling. And then when Alonso hit the homer, he's excited as anybody, and Alonso's his cheap rival for playing time. So I can't be more impressed by how Dom Smith has played so far this year. Hopefully the Mets can find a way to win this series in Miami and go home with a winning record. Of course, that's going to be easier on Wednesday when DeGrom pitches, but tomorrow it's Jason Vargas, so hopefully the Mets could score a whole bunch of runs. Diamondbacks stomped the Padres 10-3. It was the Mariners after their best start in franchise history, 6-1, doubling up the Angels 6-3 as Felix Hernandez, who has been dropped to the back of the rotation, pitched well and got the win. It was the Cardinals 6-5 winners over the Pirates. The Indians won their home opener, beating the White Sox 5-3. The Brewers continued their strong start, beating the Reds in Cincinnati 4-3. Although Christian Yelich did not continue his home run streak. The Cubs look like there's problems in Chicago. I mean, this team has been in a World Series hangover since 2016, and it's diminishing results. And today, in Atlanta's home opener against the Braves team that lost their first 3 games, played just absolutely dreadful, terrible, horrible baseball, losing 8-0. I mean, it's bad enough to lose 8-0, but to commit 6 errors, and he had 9 hits and couldn't get a run across. There is trouble on Wrigleyville. The Baltimore Orioles, meanwhile, won again. 3rd straight win for the worst team of all time, as they beat the Blue Jays 6-5. David Hess was a major reason why. He had a no-hitter going into the 7th inning when he was removed from the game because of his pitch count. But they were able to hold on and beat Toronto 6-5 in Rogers Center. I still think of it as Skydome. The Rockies continued their Florida swing. After starting the season in Miami, went across to Tampa, and the results were not much better as they were beat up by the Rays. The Rays are 4-1 so far. Final score in this one was 7-1. The Astros beat the Rangers 2-1. It was the Giants 4-2 winners over the Dodgers. And the Red Sox rocky start continued as they were hammered by the Athletics 7-0. David Price did not have it. The price was wrong. NHL final week of the regular season. It was the Panthers beating the Capitals 5-3. The Devils, in their final home game of the season, won the Hudson River rivalry for the first time this year, beating the Rangers 4-2. It was the Maple Leafs clinching a playoff berth by beating the Islanders 2-1 as John Tavares scored the game winner. That did not make fans too happy on the island, let me tell you. Tampa Bay Lightning became the 3rd team in NHL history to reach 60 wins, beating the Senators 5-2. It was the Blues over the Avalanche 3-2. The Jets down the Blackhawks 4-3 on a goal by Kevin Hayes in overtime. It was the Vegas Golden Knights over the Oilers 3-1, and the Flames crisped the Kings 7-2. NBA also entering its final weeks of action. Nets, it's going to be a struggle to get that last playoff spot. Played a Milwaukee Bucks today. Very tough game, very tough opponent. Gave up 40 points in the 4th quarter and lost the game 131-121. Now at 39-39, it's going to be a race to the finish. Fortunately, the Celtics took care of the Heat 110-105, and the Raptors downed the Magic 121-109. So the Nets did get some help. And the Pacers beat the Pistons, another team the Nets have been jockeying with in that between those last 2 playoff spots in the Eastern Conference. Final score that one was Pacers 111, Pistons 102. Knicks got a rare win on Monday. April Fools. No, actually they did win, but Jeez, what a season. 15-62 as they beat up the Chicago Terribles 113-105. He was the Trailblazers 132-122 winners over the Timberwolves. The Mavericks 122-102 winners over the 76ers. The Jazz hit the right notes to beat the Hornets 111-102. And to make sure that Knick win wasn't too costly, the Suns also won, beating the Cleveland Cadaver's 122-113. Meaning the Knicks at 15-62 are still in line to get the most lottery balls in the draft lottery. Today's 3 stars is David Hess, who had 6 in the 3rd inning of no-hit baseball for the Orioles, striking out 8. Yanni Gourde of the Lightning, who had 2 goals and an assist, and Kemba Walker of the Hornets, 47 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists in a losing effort. Today's birthday shout-out goes to one of the top pitchers of the 60s and 70s, Don Sutton, who turned 74. And we take a look back to 1984, when Georgetown won the national championship and John Thompson became the first African-American coach to win the NCAA tournament. That was a very good Georgetown team. They actually went to the finals 3 times in 4 years, and the 2 games they lost by a combined 3 points. And they won this one over Houston, and Hakeem Olajuwon at the time was Hakeem Olajuwon, 84-75, beating Houston and ending Phi Slamma Jamma. So check out the full story at Barstool Sports and Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. Good day.